So if you look at what we've been doing, I mean, we published our analysis of the Commission's proposals some time ago. We've updated that with a more detailed version, which is available on our website. I'm not going to take you through the detail of that. We are very active in the Article 29 Working Party, and in particular, the subgroup which Jakob chairs on the future of privacy. We did the drafting of the Article 29 Working Party's opinion on the household and domestic exemption. We did a lot of the drafting as well on the opinion on profiling. So we are contributing actively to that process. We do work closely with the Ministry of Justice. Steve Wood, who's here in the audience, I think my colleague, goes to many of those DAPIX meetings, along with John Bowman from the Ministry of Justice, who is the official representative there. And we have regular discussions and feed in our views to try and ensure that the MOJ's position that they put forward is one that's practical and will work in practice and does reflect our concerns. We advise MEPs. No, we don't go lobbying, we don't go campaigning, but when we're contacted for advice, particularly by Sarah Ludford, who is one of the UK MEPs and who has been doing a lot of the leadership within, I think it's the Liberal group within the Parliament. We've been in regular touch there, and we listen to stakeholders. We listen to you. You know, when we come out and speak at events, it's not just us giving our views. We do take stock of what your concerns are and feed those back into the process. And part of that is this research which we commissioned from London Economics. We went out and commissioned London Economics for a number of reasons. I mean, one was to get a realistic assessment of what are the likely costs of the regulation, because there have been so many different views coming forward, and we've heard the CBI saying, you know, it'll cost every company, I think, £70,000 to employ a data protection officer. I think it was the DMA who said the cost of the economy would be £50 billion, which is a little hard to believe. What are the true costs here? And where do those costs come from? Because if the things that are going to cost you as a business a lot are actually things which are not very important in terms of delivering better privacy protection, there's clearly room for movement. But also to inform us as the ICO on what you're going to find most difficult if the regulation comes to be, so that we can design guidance, provide help, provide support in those areas where you're most likely to need it. So we commissioned London Economics, who did a survey of all the literature, all the other surveys that have been done and the information available, but also went out and did a YouGov poll, poll of 500 or more businesses. And what it came back and told us is nobody's got the foggiest idea. There's a lack of understanding. You know, nobody knows really what's in the regulation, let alone how much it's going to cost them. They don't even know how much it costs at present to deliver data protection compliance. 82%, you know, more than 3/4 of the businesses couldn't quantify their current spending on compliance with the current law, let alone quantify, you know, what additional costs there would be for the regulation. And of those few that did know, most of those said it wouldn't cost them anything. So that really doesn't tell you a great deal, but it does confirm our suspicions that actually, you know, nobody does really know what the true impact of all this will be. And it also told us that, yes, we have a key role. Everybody does look to the ICO, and they will look to us to provide guidance and support. And we need to focus, perhaps not surprisingly, on those businesses which are most intensive use of personal data and where there are risks, but perhaps not, you know, some of the areas where we've traditionally concentrated, like credit reference agencies, you know, some of the public sector areas, but commercial services, service providers, commercial organisations which have huge customer databases, maybe not of lots of very sensitive information, but they're the ones who will struggle to understand and manage the requirements.